My customers lament over this topic of what color do they want their door to be. And it's really frustrating and time-consuming and really doesn't need to be this way. So I thought I would create a video for you so that you would get, you don't have to go through this frustration and indecision, but you'll have options available to you that will be clearly laid out that you probably right now don't even know that you have. So here we go. First of all, I want you to know that all finishes that are exposed to the direct sunlight over time will turn yellow. Now, here is a yellow door that we did, which was cherry. And it looks like, fir, or it looks like white oak. I mean, it really doesn't have much interest to it. Now, when we refinished it, we brought it back to its original condition, cherry. This is what the door looked like primarily on the inside. If you want to know what the original color of your door was, just look at the inside of the door. Now, it's not exposed to weather, so it pretty much stays the same. And we very, very seldom will refinish the inside of your door. Now, here's another example, mahogany. You know how beautiful wood mahogany is. Well, here's what it looked like before we refinished it. Again, it's that yellow look. And it looks like fir again, or oak, but when it's refinished, it comes out that beautiful mahogany color. Now, we're all creatures of habit, and a lot of homeowners just want to do the same thing they've always done before. This door has just very slowly turned yellow over the years, and that's what they've gotten used to. So many times they'll just say, well, just, refinish it and make the finish good, but yellow, we'll just make it yellow. Well, here's the problem. Yellow doesn't bring out the natural beauty and the character of the wood. I mean, look at the difference. Cherry and mahoganies, they're natural wood colors, absolutely beautiful. But what we want to do on the outside is we want to even go sometimes further than that. Rather than just restoring the natural color of that wood, sometimes we want to go darker. In fact, that's the trend in the country right now, is for people to have darker entryways. Why? Because darkers usually contrasts with the outside of their house. Here's what you want to do. If you want to make your door pop, the first tip is to contrast it. Don't have it blend in, but contrast it with the outside of your house. Now, in order to do this, you have to have a two-tone color on your door, which means the outside has to be a different color than the inside. Now, most people, first of all, think, oh no, we can't do that. We have to have them the same, but you really don't. The trend is to go to darker colors, and because of that, a two-tone color door. Now, let me explain how you do that. The hinge side of your door and the outside of your door are one color. Because when you open your door to walk in, you're going to see the hinge side and the front of the door. That is a different color than the latch side, right, which is where the latch that closes the door and the inside of the door is. Those two remain the same, and we're only going to change the hinge side and the outside of the door. Now, many times people, when they do this, they don't really understand. They just change the front of the door. And then they open the door, and it looks funny because the hinge side is a different color. Those two sides should always remain the same. Now, it's hard sometimes to visualize what different colors will look like on your door. Now, because of that, is one of the reasons on my website, summitwooddoorfinishing.com, if you go to the residential section, I have 57 before and after examples, so you can see what different colors of doors look like on different outsides of houses. And hopefully one of those are going to be close to yours, and you can kind of get an idea of what that color might look like, okay? So I hope that was really helpful in allowing you to determine the right color for your front door.